Yeah, I'd like to welcome everybody in that sat around for the last half hour, 3 hours, or whatever. Why do I have an echo? Oh, because I forgot I was watching Doug and I had the volume on and so I could hear it. I see Bobby Warren's with us. Rick Lakes is with us. Live Windows Training. Doug Betts is with us. Earlier in the day, I believe I saw Tony Wallow was there, as well as Dennis, as well as Greg Guy, as well as Jeff Ryman, as well as Long Dog, and Robert Michael. And obviously, I can't expect people to hang around for 3 hours. As most of you know, Mrs. K worked 16 hours yesterday. We got home about 6:30. I got up at 11:49. There's just no way I was going to be prepared to do a daily Davinci, so I didn't. Um, but I am now. Like that's real consoling. Um, this is interesting. I do not see what I'm looking for, but that's fine. I'll be all right. I will, in fact, do this. I will actually set a timer on my phone, and hopefully I'll achieve what I'm trying to get done here in that allotted time. So, BH Ringer, good afternoon. Good to see you. I hope all is well with you in your travels. Hopefully you're either good and back home or you're on your way back home. Darren Gilholm says hi. Hi, Darren. So today's my brother's birthday, and I put the little standard happy birthday blob in there. Um, AT&T. What happened with AT&T? Long story short, last night I did a Microsoft Windows update, which required a restart. Prior to doing the restart, my internet was working just fine. Prior to doing the download, my internet was working just fine. After I did the download and the restart, my internet went from what is normally in the mid 920 to 980, both up and down, to 0.6 down. No, 0.3 down and 0.6 up. That was my internet speed. So I kind of figured something was wrong. It took forever for me to get um, it took forever for me to get a hold of someone at AT&T support, and I explained the problem to him, including the fact I don't believe in coincidences, so I don't know if Microsoft Windows Update did it. Probably not, but um, it is what it is. I followed their instructions on what they wanted me to do was basically just unplug the router, as Alex and I had done earlier, for about 3 minutes, and this time they wanted me to do it for about 20 minutes, and which we did, and it's been fine since, or it seems to be fine. I did notice a while ago there was a little bit of a hiccup, but I think that was more me than it. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I pay for a gig, and I have Fire Stick and Roku, and I do a lot of stuff on the internet. Um, my email is kstout2016@gmail.com if you'd like a couple things. The Zoom credits, for one, to join us on our nightly stream, which is every night at about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 in the West, or 10:30 in Central, and then subtracting there all the way out to Doug, we're at 10:30 my time, 7:30 his time. So let's get started. I wanted to do a project for my brother today, so I'm going to open up an untitled project. I'm going to change my frame rate. All this is standard to everyone. Everyone's seen this a million times. You guys are probably reciting it to yourself. So hit save. I always change the frame rate, frames per second, to 30. So I'm going to go grab the media. But before I do that, I'm going to do some housework, some cleanup, some prep work, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to bring up my downloads over here. And I'm going to bring that right about there. And I'm going to reopen another one and bring it over here. I have no idea how Doug does it. I really wish I could learn how to do that. I'm just horrible at it. I'm going to go into my Davinci Resolve. I'll start my little gizmo thing here. Go in and set the settings down. Change it to 100. Hit OK. Color's OK. So I'm going to open up Davinci. I'm going to go to my Davinci products or Davinci Resolve data. And I'm not, well, actually, I am going to create a folder. And I'll explain why I'm going to do that. So I'm going to right click, new folder, and we're going to call this birthdays. I may already have one for that. I did something yesterday for my daughter-in-law. So we'll go with birthdays. And I'm going to open it. And I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to grab all the stuff, which is 3 items I got. I'm going to right click, cut, right click, paste. And I do it that way so that when it shows up over here, it goes away over here. I just prefer that. So there it is. Now I've done, usually I leave it in downloads, but today I didn't do that. I wanted to do it this way. So I can close this, I can close that, and I can bring DaVinci Resolve back up. And so yeah, Doug, it, 3 minutes was probably relatively accurate. It might have been closer to 5. I don't know. But I do know the 20-minute, unplug it, wait 20 minutes, plug it back in, wait 20 minutes, and then try again. It worked just fine. So Alex seems to think all they did was change the internet setting or the Wi-Fi settings. Again, I honestly don't know. And full disclosure, I really don't care. It works. So I'm good. Anyway, let's get on with this. I will. Hey, there's BUU, who I saw yesterday during the phone when I was using the phone. Good to see BUU again. I'll go back and check later on BUU. Says this channel does not exist. That is a first. I will share this with you guys. I have never ever seen this. Usually what I do when I see someone that's new is I go over here, excuse me, right click, go to channel. I have never seen this before until today. So this is good. This is a first. This is good for both myself and Doug. I'm sure Doug is salivating right now, going, "Oh boy, let's go dig into this." So I'll leave that for the professionals, of which I am not. Get back to what I like to do and enjoy doing: DaVinci Resolve. So we're going to right click. We're going to grab some media, and we are going to go look for this over in my daily DaVinci data and birthdays that I just started. I'm just going to grab all 3 of them at once. I'm going to bring them over here. It'll post all 3 of them. Oh, but wait, it did not. Why did it not do that? Well, let's go figure out which one it didn't get. And I know why it did not do that. I know why. So I'm going to go over here. It didn't get this one right here, because that has got a web.m extension or web.p extension. I'm going to try to just change the extension from a web.p to a JPEG. See if that works. And you get this file. It says it changes it. It might not work. Do you want to change it? Yeah, that was the whole intent. I'm going to click on it, go to open, and it did not, because it's red. So while it's still highlighted, I'm going to hit backspace. That's fine. I can live with that. I'm going to go over here and grab a program. It's called Shutter Encoder. I don't necessarily want to update it right now. I'm going to go grab that file, which is over here in DaVinci Data. under birthdays, and I'm going to leave it whatever it was. Don't know. That really doesn't care. I'm going to change it to a JPEG. Put it right back in here. Start the function. Count to 3. It's done. It's there. I'll leave this over here just in case I have to use it again. I probably will not have to. So let's go see. It should be the one that's highlighted. We'll right click, look at the properties, and it does say it's a JPEG. So now I can take this off screen, bring up Davinci Resolve, grab it, drag it on screen, and it's still coming at what? Really? Seriously? There we go. Get rid of this one. I had the wrong one, I guess. So now I've got my data that I want to use for this little project. And this is just going to be a thank you. BH Ringer said it mentioned, oh, you did say that. You did actually say that. I remember now. Unfortunately, when I'm on the phone, it's real limited. It's great. I was able to do a stream, keep the streak alive. Yay. Um, uh, Other than that, it's real restricted. So on with the show. I'm going to bring this one down, throw it in there. I'm going to bring this one down, throw it in there. And then I'm going to bring this one down so that I can bring the last one down, which is this one right here. I kind of wondering if I might have some issues. I have Tom Petty there. This one's clean. It's just a guide. And I was really going to go all out and maybe post this face or paste this face in here, but I decided not to do that. And then this one's just a record store rack. As you all know, or some of you know, most of you know, my brother buys and sells vinyl records, and he's quite successful at it. So I just wanted to kind of keep with the vinyl theme. So this is going to be my background. Then I'm going to go in here, and um, I haven't made up my mind how I want to do this. I haven't made up my mind if I want to stutter it so that when you play it, it goes from one to the other to the other. I haven't decided that yet. And then obviously, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to shrink these down and whatnot. Or am I going to do what I generally do is just go to this one, turn that one off, come up here to the zoom, bring it down to whatever size I want, position it somewhere, and probably, and looking at what I'm looking at, I'm not going to do that because it's going to hide things I don't want to be hidden. So that's out. Now I'm going to put that back to normal by double clicking on the zoom, double clicking on the position, and it puts it right back where it used to be. So now I'm going to put this down here so that when it plays, it'll have that. I may have to shrink these down from 15 seconds to about 5 seconds. But for demonstrative purposes, we're going to keep it at the boring 15. Then it'll click over to there. Now, my intent was on this album, I want to do something kind of cool. So I'm going to go to the effects. I'm going to grab a Text Plus node. I'm going to put it in here. And, excuse me, while I'm on my Text Plus node, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to type in happy birthday space, one space, LILBROT8, little brother. Now, I have never seen that before. Usually it shows up here. So that's kind of neat. I like that. It's just a mask over. If I go into the that's interesting. I'm not seeing it. Oh, I know how to do it. I'm doing this wrong. Oh, I'm still highlighted. I'm going to bring down, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to bring down the Text Plus. I'm going to right click on here and I'm going to open in the Fusion page. And then I'm going to do this in here. No, that's wrong too. Doggone it. I got to remember how to do this. Imagine that. Got to remember how to do something. Okay, now it's showing up where it should. In the middle, like it should. There, I'm okay now. So again, I'm going to go happy birthday, little brother. And then we're going to start messing with it. What are we going to do to mess with it? Do I still have my sponsor? Remind me again who my sponsor is. So I'm going to leave it white. And obviously, I need someone here to tell me I spelled happy wrong. So we're going to correct that little problem. And put the explanation in there. I feel that's important. We're going to leave it white because it's easier to work with. I'm going to change the font. And I really like this font right here. And I'm going to change the size just a little bit. And go to right about there. Now, this is just static text right now. It's not going to do any whiz-bang happy features or anything like that. So let's make it do something. Let's make sure we're at the beginning of the text. Take the right on and make it go away and keyframe that. Then let's hit shift and space and go one second, one frame, whatever, one. We're going to take the right on and we're going to put it to 1 and it automatically keyframes it and it's good to go. So if I hit shift left, it goes back. If I hit the space bar to play it, it writes it on. Yeah, that's pretty boring. That's pretty lame actually. Play, boring. Let's go play around with this and make it do something we want to have it do. And that would be, I want to go over here to is it transform? No. Is it layout? Yes. Right now it's, I believe it's a point. I want to change it to a circle. And then I want to play it. Oh, look. It's now up at the top. And I'll bring it down so you can see it. And now you see why I wanted it to be white, because I can put it right there on this album and it will contrast against the black vinyl. I may go change this. In fact, there's no may to it. I'm going to go change it. I'm going to go back to text. I'm going to take out this right here and I'm going to put it up here. Take out the exclamation, put in little. And going, I can't spell thinking. Brother. Explanation. Now I'm good. Little big. It's a little bigger than the album, so I'm going to bring the size down just a tad bit. Make that fit a little bit better in there. Go back to layout. Move it over here. Move it up just a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with that. So, oh, there's my sponsor. His Highness has shown up. Thank you very much, Greg. I appreciate it. So, now I've got the text kind of where I want it, and I kind of like the color. I don't think I can change it to bold or anything to make it stand out. Thank you, Tony. Well, great. My timer has stopped. So I'm going to see if I can change this. I can. It's regular, so I'm stuck with that. All right. What do I want to do now? Well, I want to make it appear that it's rotating. So how do I do that? That's with the size. Oh, look at that. The bigger the size, I'll tell you what, let's turn the picture off so that we can just see this. The bigger the size, the more it circles. And then when you play this now, it looks like it writes on. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Writes on. So if we were to come back here and turn this one on, go back to the beginning and play this here, I need a super huge record, which is not a problem. I can probably get a super huge record, or I've got to figure out how to scale this circle to fit that record. I've got a feeling if I go to the layout and I start messing around with the size, it's going to do what I didn't think it was going to do, but that's cool. I'm just going to have to work on a couple things here. So now, closer, really closer. The width, there we go. But I don't want that. That's just messy. And I want a little bit of separation between the exclamation mark and the happy. So I could put it up here if I wanted to. I really want to achieve putting it over on the record itself. And I may have to get a different record. I don't know yet. Now, I want that to constantly run. So how do I do that? There's my timer telling me that I've been 20 minutes. Just like Doug today, I'm probably going to go overtime. It's a theme for the day. So let's go fix this problem. I'm going to be on the text node. And I want to go back to text. And I want to open up. My brain is not going to function right now. So that means I need to get a drink of coffee. That didn't help whatsoever. I think this is where Fusion comes in. I think I need to be in Fusion to do this. So if I open this in Fusion and then go to the, yeah, this is where I want to be. So I'm going to bring this up over here. That's not going to work. This is where I need to be though. So let's get out of that. Go back to here, go back to here, go back to here. Same thing. I need to be in Fusion because I'm going to make that, instead of playing one time, I'm going to make it do a couple different things. So I'm going to go to Fusion, and I could have maybe should have did a Fusion, new Fusion clip at the beginning. Let's go to Fusion. Let's go into here. Let's go to the spline editor. Let's go to right on end. Let's expand this so we can see the points. This is all the points. Let's highlight all the points. I go in like this. And then we're going to use this one right here. It's called set ping pong. So we're going to set the ping pong, and then we're going to bring the ping pong like this. We're going to go back to the edit page. We're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to hit play. And it ping pongs the text. Okay, that's cool. I like that. I can live with that. That's kind of neat. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go back into Fusion. Oh, it actually worked. I'm now going to demonstrate the, it's not here. There's another setting in here. I don't think it's relative. I'm missing one. I'm trying to read the things at the bottom. Set loop. Try that. I don't know. I haven't practiced with set loop yet, but we'll see. Ah, there we go. I like that. Set loop. A little fast, and I have no clue how to change the speed. Or do I? Am I thinking that if I take this arrow and spread this out, come back over here? Oh, nope. It's still pretty doggone fast. I thought maybe that would be it, which I'm sure it is. I just got to do some experiment. First international deployment. Great guy. Chit chat, as Doug would say. Either red, dark red, or the money stops her. I don't know if he's talking to me or not. If he's talking to me, we'll change that color to dark red. I'll keep the money flowing. We'll hit OK. We'll hit play. All right, so I still really want to get that so that it primarily is over this album. And that's where the fun's going to be. That's just simply an XY for now. And then if I play this along, so clearly I don't want it looping while I'm doing this because it will screw me up, but I can live with this. I'm going to move it a little bit more over to the center. And then maybe down just a little bit. I really don't see what the perspective does. You can flip it. You can do all the things you can do with any text. Okay. My intent at this point in time is not to have any whiz bang. Although you could actually do it this way too. You could keyframe this. You could do that. You could keyframe it at 0 at the beginning. You could come back here, keyframe this at 0, go to the end and keyframe it at what, 360, and it'll spin, I think, 360. So if we keyframe this here at 0.0, keyframe it, and if we keyframe it at the end at 360 or negative 360, we'll find out, 360, and then we play it. Hey, you got two different rotations going. 360, okay, so 360 is counterclockwise. Now, to make it go clockwise, would I change 360 to a negative 360? Now, that goes on a little bit because obviously I haven't fine-tuned this yet and brought this back to here and changed anything there. So that's kind of neat. Maybe it's a little busy. I don't know. So I'm going to leave that like that for right now. Put this in the middle. I really want to figure out how to get this to be about the size of the record. There's no line spacing involved. Oh, there is. Okay, so let's line space that a minute. Go back to here. All right, I'm gonna move on with this, and because I'm at, I don't know, way past 20 minutes now because my 20-minute timer went off. So that's going to be there. So let's transition. Let's transition this into this. So we're going to click on that. We're going to go to effects. We're going to open the effects. We're going to go to video transitions. We're going to find something that we want. And you can see what these do. I'll bring my playhead over to here because I don't want to transition that. I want to transition from that to that. And I'm looking for a specific one. I happen to like this one. So I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to put it on the clip. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, right there's good. Then I'm going to bring this over here. And I'm going to try to take this to right here. Go over here, hit play. And there's my transition. So that's one. That's two things. I just got to work on the happy birthday. I'm going to bring this one down. And I could transition it the same way. But can I transition it? Let's try that. See what that looks like. So this is going to really quick burn away. Going to come in. It's going to spin. I got to figure that. I know it can be done. I just know that it can be done. And it's going to be a slow burn. And we're done. And I'll probably put one more thing in there mentioning his age. Or what happens if I right click here, copy, right click here, paste. What happens if I now bring this over here? Aha, he says. He says, aha, ladies and gentlemen. And Doug. I got to quit picking on Doug. Doug has been very good to me, very good for me. So I'm going to put it on this record as well. And then I'm going to bump up the size just a little bit. That's looking really promising, to coin a phrase from Doug. Transitions. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to make one of those circles go away. And I don't know which one I'm going to make go away right now. But I'm going to make one of them go away. I'm going to double click on my Z axis right here. And that puts it back to 0. We'll bring us over here. Then I'm good with that. Kind of wanted it to go all the way around to the H instead of stopping where it is right there. So is that a size thing? Let's go with the size and see if we can. Okay, I don't want to change that size. I like that size right there. Let's go back to the text and change the size in here. This might work. This might work. I want it about like that. So I'm going to go back over here to layout. And I'm going to now bring the size down just enough to cover that edge. Go back to the text. Change it to white. Hit OK. Hit play. I like that. The only thing I want to figure out now is the speed. I have to figure the speed out. To me, it just seems like it's a little fast. But for today, it will for the tutorial that I'm doing, it'll work. When I go to finish it up, I'm going to try to slow it down a little bit. And you don't have to use that font. You can go get any font you want and change it. Okay, like that. Wow, I like that font as well. That's called Broadcast Tilting. Now, did that change in both places? This will be interesting. It did not. but I like broadcast tilting. It probably shouldn't have because it's a copy. You're two different functions. Burns away. I like that. Slow burn, by the way. And it gets there. I actually kind of like that, even though even though it's got that overlapping of happy birthday little brother, happy birthday little brother, I do like that. So I'm going to go over here to this one, and I'm going to change this to broadcast tilting as well. I'm going to play it, and I am going to wrap this up. Okay. I thought I got rid of the one spinning. Maybe I changed it on this one. Maybe this one only spins one way. Yeah, that one only spins one way. So I will go back to this one. I will go into, was that layout? Yeah, that was layout on the Z axis. Or no, that was layout on the Z axis. And we're going to double click that, put that to normal. Yeah, that's good. And I'll go in there and adjust that. Cool. So I am going to wrap this up. I am going to hurry up. I want to watch the third. Yes, Your Highness. I will wrap it up. So I could do the Doug Betts thing and say 3, 2, 1, bye. I won't. 3, 2, 1, bye. No. I want to thank everyone for being here. Great guy, Doug Betts. Jeff Ryman is not here. I thought I seen his name. B.H. Ringer, Robert Michael, Bobby Warren. Thank you, Bobby. Rick Lakes. Thank you, Rick. Tony Wallow. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, BH. Darren Gilholm. Thank you very much. It's pushing 1 o'clock. Oh no, it's only 8:30 in the or Darren's out. I thought it was later than that. So this is going to wrap this up. I hope this has been helpful, informative, and entertaining to someone. If you would like to see specific things done, um, please have the patience that Doug has. I'm still working on his project, and I will get with it just as soon as I can. So I am going to go ahead, and I did not mention you on last night's outro. Now, let's discuss last night's outro. See, I am so turning into Doug. Last night's outro was on the phone, and I honestly don't remember if I did or didn't. I probably didn't, so I apologize. I'll mention you twice tonight. So, Long Dog, I did not. Wait a minute now. No, no, no. Hold on. Long Dog says he's been here too. Oh, he was. He did come in at. Oh, you came in at 12:43 when it was waiting till 3 o'clock to get here. My apologies, LD. Did not go back far enough. And Long Dog. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my sponsor, His Highness, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that owns half of Walmart and just doesn't want to tell us. Great guy. Great guy, everybody. I'll see you tonight. Normal stream. Thank you, gentlemen. And Doug, bye for now. I may be back. This is a test. I am actually testing something now. Theoretically, technically, you cannot pause a live stream. But if someone is seeing me right now and says, I see you right now in chat, I'll know that I'm back live. If not, I'm going to feel pretty stupid sitting here talking, thinking I'm broadcasting live. So I'm going to wait until I get confirmation. Ah, I got confirmation, so it did work. All right, that's interesting. Excuse me. I successfully paused a live stream. So now I'm going to go grab a birthday tune, and I'm going to grab that over here off of YouTube, of course. Maybe. Well, you know what? Let's do this a different way. Let's go with free. Let's go with learn to type. Copyright free. Man. Birthday music. Enter. Pixabay, I do not trust. I have gotten more problems with Pixabay than I care to realize. YouTube, I don't necessarily want to get that as well. Free birthday songs from freemusic.org. That's a new one. Let's go try that. So I'll open that in a new link. The little trick I taught Doug. And let's see if.
Hey, hey, it's your birthday. Hey, hey.
Now, if I wanted to be mean, I'd get him that one.
We're so glad it's your birthday.
Now, you guys can't hear this because I'm not using Zoom, and I don't think you can hear this. If anyone hears this,
Happy birthday, happy birthday. It's the day you were born. Celebrate, go out as another year's
it does work
gone.
then. Wow, I somehow accidentally set that up right.
Happy birthday.
So I'm just gonna grab one.
Happy birthday, Barack Obama.
Nope. No. Although, if I really wanted to make you mad.
Happy birthday to you. Happy.
I'm gonna grab that one. 24 seconds in link. So I'm gonna download it. Happy birthday. I understand and agree. Need royalty-free music. Under specific conditions. Go see what the specific conditions are. And you are free to share and adopt. Okay, so that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and hit I understand. It's going to download. We'll close that. Now it should be in my download. So we're going to go back to the media pool. I'll move this over later. I'm going to import the media. Go to my downloads. It should be right there. I'm going to double click it. Should have played somewhere on one of my 14 monitors. I'm not seeing it anywhere, nor am I hearing it anywhere. So that's not good. That's fine. I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to add it to there.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lucy. Happy
Lucy.
birthday to you.
I'm leaving that in there. I'm not going to go edit that at all. I'm leaving that in there. I am going to go see if I can extend the time to here. I should be able to just grab that and bring it out. So let's do it the hard way if it'll let me. Ooh, it's 45 seconds in length. Well, I don't want it to be 45 seconds. That's an awful long time. I'm just going to see if I can change the clip duration to 45 seconds. Let's see if it changes. If it changes, that'll get long. No, it's not changing it. So I'm going to have to do some drastic changing here. So let's change this clip duration to, I believe it's, how long is this one? That one's 15 seconds. Let's cut it in half. Just cut that down to 7 seconds. That is correct. That worked. Now I'm going to get this out of my way. I'm going to grab all this and I'm going to bring it over here, butt it up against that. Now I probably got to go re-add that transition. Okay, now I still got a few seconds to get rid of. Tom K, thank you very much for that.
Happy birthday to you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I've got to re-add that transition. That's fine. But I also have to grab, I got to shrink some more time on here. So I won't bore you guys with that. I'll render this real quick so we can see what it's going to look like in real time, rendered out. I'm going to call this Kevin's birthday MP4. Got to have a location. So this is going to go to my completed projects, and I already have a birthday folder started. I did think ahead. I'm going to save it to there, add it to the queue, render all, 30 seconds. Nope, 6 seconds. See, sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes what should take time doesn't, and sometimes what doesn't take time does. I do not get it. So let's go look at that and see what that looks like. Go into birthdays, go to my brother's birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Everybody sing along.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lucy.
Lucy,
Happy
thank you,
birthday
Lucy.
to you.
Yeah, I got to get a longer song, and I'll change that as well. All right, guys, I am seriously going to stop the stream for now. I just wanted to see if I could join it back up. Yes, Lucy, it will be stuck in your head all day. Thank you, Tom. That's going to be the name of my new band. I want to thank everyone again, especially Greg Guy, and especially Live Windows Training Doug Betts. Puts up with a lot of stuff for me, and he's been very good to me. So I do appreciate it. I'll see you gentlemen tonight. Hopefully play golf Friday, even though it's probably supposed to snow or whatever. All right, I am going to end this in 1, 2, 3. I got to be different than Doug. Bye. See ya. Push the button, Ken. Push the button. Oh, wait, that's